Hey, so today I want to talk to you about when it's time to start therapy with your child, or maybe it's just even have a conversation with an SLP about your concerns. I know a lot of you have been told to probably wait 6 to 12 months, but that's not great advice if these other things weren't kind of looked at too. So I look to the child first. I look to how much they're struggling in getting their words out, how much tension there is, if there are pitch rise, are they really getting hung up on a word for several repetitions? And then also how aware they are of that. And so if there's tension and or if they're very aware and saying like, "Mommy, my mouth's broken," even like that kind of look of just what's going on, I would think, yes, like let's just get in, let's have a conversation, let's check out these other things too. The next thing I look to is risk factors then. So we have no crystal ball to know when, when or if a child will, their stuttering will exist or, resolve or persist. But we do have a set of risk factors that can help us make that decision of start now or we're probably good to wait. And that includes things like, being male is more of a risk factor. And also if your child started stuttering after 3.5, that kind of puts them more likely in that kind of persist category. If there's a family history, that makes you more likely to persist. And kind of just, that means to me, that means we should probably start now, because I'll text you in the next video about why early intervention is so important for these kids. And then also I have a risk factor assessment that will kind of take you through all of these risk factors that we know of, and it's kind of weighted, and it's something I created. It's not like scientific or anything, but for instance, if you have a family history of stuttering of any kind, then that makes you twice as likely. So that's weighted a little bit heavier than, say, if you had if you're having a child with a language delay. So that might help you out there. And then the last thing I look to is you, the parent, because your level of concern is really important piece in the trajectory of stuttering. Again, if you just saw my last video, not in the cause, but we do know that kind of your reaction to stuttering can have an effect, positive or negative, on the child's stuttering. So that's equally as important. So say the child, there's no risk factors and they're kind of blissfully unaware, but you're at level 10 anxious, it's worth the conversation for sure. So I hope you find that helpful. You can find that quiz at wordonthespeech.com, and hang in for the next one when I talk about why early intervention is important.